So I kind of grew up very much just identifying as a Christian all the way up through and into college. And it wasn't until my senior year in college that for the first time in my life I saw the utter hypocrisy of my profession of faith and then how I was living my life. That was the actual first time that I saw sin in my life and there needed to be a turning away from. That was about a year before I met Melanie, my wife, and I was on the path of working in a large accounting firm, and everything was upward mobility. It was, I'm gonna get into this big accounting firm, I'm going to try and make the partner track, I had my BMW picked out, all the things that kind of go along with that lifestyle. And I think that there can be a good pursuit in that where you love the profession, you're honoring Christ in your work, but then I was doing it out of a worldly, how do I climb this as quick as possible? I also saw that, man, I don't think this is what God has called me to long term. And I think what really brought that about was God gave me these strong desires to know His Word. But then that's what was kind of the snowball of my family saying, okay, how do we form our family in a way that's going to go to a church that we believe in? And ultimately, how do we shape our life around growing in Christ's likeness? It was not an easy transition for both of us to essentially shift from this is what our life is going to look like to we could potentially be in ministry one day. There's just more instability there and more questions of what that might look like. There were a lot of conversations that went into that we had to work through together. And then I met Pastor Adam and I was like, wait a minute, you are a pastor, but then you have this operations, finance, admin side. And I mean, at that point I had 5-6 years in the marketplace, specifically in those skill sets. I was like, oh wow, this could be a blend. And I'm highly motivated by looking ahead of me and going, oh, I think I could do that, and I want to do that. God kept putting little things in front of me and answering prayers that made it hard to not go, I think you are calling our family to this. The transformation from wanting to be the successful businessman to be the faithful dad and husband has just been learning that these gifts are from God and they're good things, but they're not ultimate things, and to always remember who I'm actually serving. When theology impacts someone's life and their behavior starts to change and then their character starts to change, and we're just essentially just describing sanctification, that, man, that's powerful. And that excites me because I've seen God do that in my own life.